What's good, people? Hope you guys are having a good Wednesday, because your boy is here bringing you guys another Wednesday evening podcast. The It's Just Brandon Podcast for your ears. Not really a jingle, but it's what I'm leaving you with. All right, we got 30 minutes to do it, so let's do it right. Your boy has been chilling, and I've been writing. I know it sounds like a really odd combination, but you know how I do. I write, I chill, I write, but I've been taking more of a constructive approach with the writing. I turn off any video, I turn on some music, hacker music, so like concentration stuff, drum and bass, and sort of techno-ish stuff, and I just go ham for an hour, and I write, and I type, and I do it. So I've been doing that, which has been good for the stand-up and story writing and stuff. What else? I've been living on a budget, £30 or $30. It is a lot of money if you know what to buy. I'm talking about a certain amount of frozen, certain amount of stuff you cook, a certain amount of snacks you eat. Your boy can make a lot happen with £30. I mean, I think it's a little underrated, to be honest, because people think you need all this money and you need to do all this stuff. And no, only thing you need to do is not be a dumbass when it comes to money. You don't need 45 pounds in a week. For what? What are you eating? What are you really eating? If you want to go the green route, you ain't got to buy the most expensive head of cabbage. Get some basic cabbage. It's still cabbage, Wash it off. You got some washed off basic cabbage. It does the job. Or some lettuce, some tomatoes, some freaking bell peppers. I'm just saying, if you can cook, you open yourself up to a lot more possibilities, spending a lot less money. Happy Father's Day happy belated Father's Day for all of the fathers out there that are doing that thing. And a shout out to all the females that are telling themselves Happy Father's Day, because that's just ignorant and spiteful. You got your day, Mother's Day, and every other day of the week that ends with a Y, where you get appreciation for being a mother. So, let fathers have their day, man. Let the fathers have their day, man. And remember, it says fathers, not real fathers, not piece of crap. No, let me stop, because I remember when it was Mother's Day, I was like, to all the mothers handling business. So yes, to all of the fathers handling their business, happy Father's Day to you all. Yes. What else? Last Saturday, my basketball team had a little ceremony, because the season's over, giving out awards. And your boy got MVP. Yeah! I got the most valuable player award from a team for 2014-2015. I'm happy about that. I mean, I've always thought of myself as a great player. And now I'm finally being acknowledged for it. And it's nice, because when I'm on the court and I'm training by myself, you just don't think anyone knows or anyone cares, but people do know, and people do care, and that's what this award means. I want to thank everyone for Adrian! I did it! No, it was cool, I got called up, and I wasn't expecting it, because it didn't say who was going to get what. So when they said for most valuable player, and they called my name, speaking of calling my name, okay, now, if you didn't know, my last name is Palmer. It's not exactly a secret. Brandon Palmer, right? Now, the woman calls my name. She says, Brandon Palmer. I whip my head back and forth. I whip my head because I'm thinking, who is Brandon Perez? I didn't know there was another Brandon on the team, let alone a Mexican Brandon or a freaking Puerto Rican Brandon. Like, hey, vato, my name Brandon. How are you, USA? I'm cool, homie. I'm Brandon. Is it? I'm Brandon, but I'm from, the Puerto Rico. You're Brandon, and you're from, the Negro, Puerto Rico Negro connection. I didn't know what to expect. I went up there. I took my award. I smiled. It was nice. And someone else wasn't there. And I had to take their award from them. That wasn't that. That wasn't the bad part. The bad part is that I had to take a picture with their award and their certificate. And I'm like, why? Why am I doing this? I don't want to take a picture with no one else's award. I don't want to take a picture with no one, because it ain't mine. It ain't mine. I don't want to go take a picture with something that ain't mine. I've never liked that. That's like you sitting next to someone's car, take a picture, bang, you're fronting. You're fronting. And I'm not doing that. Oh, but yeah. It was a good day. We got a lot of good. The food was spectacular. Jollof rice, plain white rice, chicken, fried chicken, barbecue chicken, curry, goat, dumplings. That food was fantastic. My compliments go to all the chefs because the food was on the pizzoint. As they say, the food was on fleek, as they say. People, let's get into these recent news events. Okay. In London, a man snorts cocaine on the tube. Now, a line that they used in the headline was an extraordinary moment. It's funny. White guy snorting some cocaine on a tube is an extraordinary moment. I think it's extraordinary because he ain't in jail. They arrest dudes under the suspicion of using substances. This guy snorts it on camera. Chilling. Ain't nothing. The thing is, he was polite enough to offer it to people around him. So you know deep down he was a good guy. What crackhead do you know wants to share? Huh? Tell me if you know a pro-sharing crackhead. Huh? They share needles. But that's because one crackhead got the money, the other one sucked the dick to get the spoon. It's teamwork. It's teamwork. But I'm curious, I'm wondering, is he in jail yet? Is he in jail yet? Because there's some dudes in jail for nothing. I'm pretty sure this guy should be in jail for sniffing some crack. Or sniff, I don't know. What do you sniff? Cocaine? Sniff crack? What is it? What do you do? Is it heroin you shoot up? Crack you snort? And I think, crack cocaine you snort, and heroin you shoot up. Yeah, for snorting some, jeez. He's truly the friendliest crackhead in the world. Ricky, the friendliest crackhead, you know. Oh, yes! Ricky, the friendliest crackhead. Do you want some up your nose? When he snorts his crack, he doesn't act like black guys. He will share with you. You want some crack? Smoke it! Get it crack! There was another thing. But who does crack in the morning? Like, how stressful is your job that you have to snort crack before you even get in the door? It's like, okay, it's gonna be some BS today. Oh, let's do it! Yeah! We are the champions! No time for lose! Cause we are the champions! That must be, I picture him being a lawyer or he's some type of civil servant. I'm just saying. To get high before the day, you know your days bring levels of stress that the average person is not ready to deal with. That's what I'm saying. But what kind of job? Because you know musicians, they do drugs before. And it's supposed to help with their creativity. Maybe he was a musician. Maybe he was a producer. He could have been a producer, you know? The only thing I know is that this white guy was on camera snorting crack cocaine, and I don't see him getting arrested. I see him maybe getting a warning, you know, maybe a fine, but I don't see him getting arrested. And I'm just saying, I don't think that's fair because, you know, black guys get arrested on anything from conspiracy to possession to distribute. Possession means you got it. You are under arrest for having it. You know, possession with intent to distribute means you got it and you are going to sell it. That may not even be true. Hell, I can have some Kool-Aid in my cabinet. That don't mean I'm going to share it. But because I have it, they can say I have the intention to distribute the Kool-Aid. And I'm not even talking about a weird euphemism or a drug. I'm just generally talking about Kool-Aid if it were to be illegal. So this guy has got to be going somewhere, you know. And let's be real. You know his parents, family, friend. Maybe his wife was spazzing on that morning. Ricky, how come you don't ever wash up the dishes? Every time I wake up, you have to, give me that crack. I need some crack today before I go and start my day. It's something that everyone should do. I need some crack today to help me on my day today. Cause my wife is tripping and I can't take it. Okay, moving on. Seriously, moving on. Yes. But it's nice that he offered some people sitting around, do you want some? Do you want some? Do you want some? Because, worst case scenario, you got co-defendants then. Everyone smoked, everyone snorted some crack, Your Honor. Wasn't just me. Everyone that got off at Regent Street was high. Everyone was high, Your Honor. Wasn't just me. Okay, I'm really going to move on now. There was a video on Snapchat. It was about this cat that was talking to this mountain lion. It was a glass door, and the cat was on the inside, and the mountain lion was on the outside, right? So the cat was like, you just see the mountain lion, and then the guy recording it is just like, whoa, look at that. Look at that. Look, spiders, I can do that. Lizards, I can do. Deer, I can do. Mountain lions is when I'm moving house. I don't like mountain lions. I don't like jungle lions. I don't like concrete lions. I don't like bench lions. I don't like lions. Hell, only reason Simba was cool because I was watching him on screen. You think if Simba was in front of me talking about Hakuna Matata, I'm like, you know what, dude? You can take the leg. Take the leg. Because I'm not even going to try to run and disrespect you like that. You can take my leg. I'll chop it off for you. Throw some seasonings on it. It'll be nice and it'll be fantastic. You can have it. You can have it. You can have it. Because honestly, I ain't even trying to run from you, Simba. I mean, Mufasa did, and that's your fault. I know you're angry about that. Scar, he manipulated you. I know you're mad about that. Last thing you need is some dude running from you, making your dinner, make you sweat. I'm sure you don't need that, Mr. Simba, sir. But it's like, I don't want a safari. I don't want to fight a safari when I'm taking out the trash. If I'm living somewhere where there's lions and bears and freaking all these animals like it's a freaking Pokemon world, I ain't with that. Hell, a cockroach is enough to mess up my morning. A mountain lion, I open the door. Raw. Close door. Call work. I ain't coming in. Why? There's a mountain lion at my door. But Brandon, that's ridiculous. You want to talk to him? Hey, Whiskers, come here. Brandon, what was that? It's a mountain lion. It's a mountain lion. His name is Whiskers. Okay, and I'm not coming to work because Whiskers will turn me into mountain lion food, and I am not edible. I am delicious, but I am not edible. I do not plan on being a meal this week, so I'm not going to work. Good day to you, sir. The thing is, I was just wondering the whole time I was watching it, why is this being recorded? Call the police. Why people call the police so... I know I sound really racist this week, and I'm not trying to be. I'm talking about a bunch of racial things because, let's be honest, white, Asian, Chinese, I'm talking about Oriental, of course. When I say Asian, I'm talking about the Indians. I shouldn't say Indian, shouldn't I? Man, I got into bad habits coming to the UK. When I say Indian, I mean Indian as in, the Iraqis or Iranians or Saudi Arabians. That's what I mean by I say Indians. When people say Asians, I just think Orient, really, That's what I think. But black people get the police called them for such minor offenses. There's mountain lions at your door, and you're recording it. At any moment, the mountain lion could just ram through the glass. Could just ram through and ate everyone, turned everyone into freaking snacks. Yeah, like what happened? Yo, Whiskers ran into these people's house. He turned everyone into kibbles and bits. He ate the father. He smashed the camera. He ate the mama. He took the kids, used them as toothpicks. Whiskers was moving like a boss. I am inspired by him. Tom wishes he could be the cat that Whiskers is. Jerry would not stand around if Whiskers was in the situation. But it was funny because they were having a conversation. The cats were like talking to each other. Now, the headline was like, the cat was guarding the house from the mountain lion. Shit. That cat was telling him, yo, I would let you in if I could, but I can't. The humans don't give me that power. And the mountain's like, come on, dog. Come on, man. You gotta let me in here, bro. Come on. I'm hungry. The cat's like, I'm sorry. I can't. I don't know how. The paws, I can't. My paws ain't set up. The way my paws is set up, I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't open it. And it was like, all right, cool. I'm going to bounce. But yo, next time I come back around here, you better open that door. Nah, yo, Whiskers. I got you, Big Wizzy. Big Wizzy, I got you. Big Wizzy. I got you. Then he left. Yeah, man. Fuck that Big Wizzy, man. I don't give a hell what he say, mountain lion. I'm a mountain cat. I run this house. but it sounds like meow, 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 meow. Bitch. Oh, man. What's next? Skinny jeans of doom. Okay. It's been reported that skinny jeans can cause damages to your health. Now, first off, I knew skinny jeans was the work of Satan from the moment I saw them. There is nothing that should be so tight upon you that your skin decides to take a vacation. If you take off the jeans and you've got threading on your legs, like, the freaking pattern of it on your legs, them jeans is too tight. If you take off them jeans and your legs go from blue to their normal color, them jeans are too tight. If when you walk in the jeans, every step you can feel the seams just holding on for dear life. Them jeans are way too tight. And for ladies, maybe it's not as bad because you ain't got as much going on down there. You drip once a month. But for guys, you have a very important package down there that you can't afford to be congesting, because testicles in tight spaces equal blue balls, which equal you ain't got no use for them balls no more. They ain't gonna do nothing but hang, nothing hang, nothing hang, nothing hang, nothing but hang, nothing but hang, nothing but hang, nothing but hang. So you ain't got no use for your balls no more. They ain't gonna do nothing but just hang, and sad. That is not a good look. I've never liked skinny jeans. Hell, I don't like tight clothing. Even dressing up was annoying to me because I like to have the freedom and mobility to just run as fast as I can just in case a serial killer shows up. I'm just that guy. I'm the type of dude who I want to be able to go from 0 to 10 miles an hour if I see a hockey mask machete wielding psychopath. That's what I would like to do. I don't want to trip and fall because, my fantastically looking jeans are too tight. So, yeah, watch out for skinny jeans. Ladies, watch out, because what it was, right? So some women were wearing skinny jeans, and it was cutting off the circulation via their calves. And it's like, when they took them off, one woman, she took them off and had to walk with aid for 4 days after taking them off. She collapsed. Her legs was all weird. Her legs just said, and they gave up. Skinny jeans is not a good look. Now, if you're thin and you can fit into skinny jeans and you're comfortable, that is beautiful. That is amazing. But if you ain't too skinny and you trying to fit in some skinny jeans and every time you walk is rub. If you could run and cause fire, like that's that much friction between your legs, them jeans is too tight. If you put a penny in your pocket and then when you walk, it's so tight the friction causes the penny to get off the top of your pocket and jump off like it's skydiving, your pants is too tight. If you've got to use two hands, you gotta use two hands, right? On the what you call it, on the belt loop. Then you've got to twist and turn and twist and turn. It looks like you're opening up a combination lock between your thighs. That is too tight. I don't care if it looks good. Health will always be over freaking looks, in my opinion. Because I don't care how good it looks. If it don't feel right, it don't feel right. That goes for clothes and condoms. All right. What's next? Obama dropping the N-bomb on a podcast. First off, he's the damn president. He can say what the hell he wants, okay? He's talking about how the N-word is still going to be used and how society of America is not past racism. You're not going to be. The country, was born off of first terrorism, then colonization, then slavery, and then segregation. Yeah, and it just rolled off from there. Maybe I missed a couple of things there because it was a long time. But like America was built up. To be honest, America was probably built off the worst traits in the world. America was built off of terrorism. Firstly, now when I say built off terrorism, what does terrorism mean? Technically speaking, terrorism is when a group of people decide to literally terrorize a populace of another people. So if I and a group of my boys start shooting up Jews, we are terrorizing Jews. We're terrorists to Jews. We're instilling terror, fear. Now, if a group of people go to a place, let's say, English people, decide to go to a place like, Native America, and decide to kill a bunch of people like, the Native American Indians, and they do things through, outward killing, as in, shooting them, or they use, methods like having, there was smallpox in, freaking blankets, and they cause a mass genocide on the people. That's terrorism with a smile, That is terrorism with a smile. They brought them gifts that had diseases in them. When they got sick, it was like, hey, what's going on? The English people covering their mouths and noses. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just saying, do you like the blanket, though? Do you like that blanket? It looks good. It looks good with your yak skin boots. I'm just saying, rock that blanket. Rock that blanket. And then they're like, okay, cool. Do you want to use a blanket? No. Keep it away from me. Keep it away from me. I don't want the blanket, but you rock that blanket because it looks good on you. So, yeah, Obama, he's being real. He's talking about how the N-word, or how people who have that type of, that mind frame of, Negroes here or Negroes there. It's just it's a part of the history of America. And the N-word ain't going to die because at the end of the day, people are still benefiting off the fruits of slavery. If people just abandoned it, we got this, but we're not going to use it anymore, then yeah, the whole racism thing would die quick, fast, in a hurry. But no one's going to do that. You ain't going to give up what you got because your great-great-great-grandpappy wanted to beat a black guy and have him pick his cotton. You ain't doing that. And to be honest, I understand, because it wasn't you. It was them. And that was the time that they lived in. That was the time. It was that time where if you didn't have a slave, you were weird. Work that one out. But I'm glad he did it because in light of recent events, which is going to be my main topic, it's just I think that the world definitely needs, or America definitely needs, a reality check. Racism is there. And it's not that racism is there to stay. It's that racism is there because people who are affected by racism will not unify and unite against that racism. They'd rather stay divided because it's simpler to do. Last point. This is a headline misunderstanding. I want you to listen to this, okay? Because I'm reading this to you the way I read it. And I'm going to read it to you how it was written down, okay? It says, ISIS prisoners caged and drowned, shot with RPGs and blown up with necklaces filled with explosive. I'm going to read it again. ISIS prisoners caged and drowned, shot with RPGs and blown up with necklaces filled with explosives. If that doesn't sound like it's happening one after the other, then you've got a better, beautiful mind than me. Because I imagine them getting put in a cage, being drowned, then shot with the RPG, and then they get blown up, and the necklaces with the explosives go off. I pictured all that. I just thought, damn, how dead do you need to be? Really? But what it was, they killed the ISIS guys. They killed people with these methods. So it would be caging them or drown them, or shooting them with RPGs, or filling the necklaces up with an explosive and letting it go off. It ain't one after the other. It's just like, who does? Brandon, we are going to kill you. Okay, how are you going to do it? We are going to put you in a cage. Oh, God. Then drown you. Jeez. Then shoot you with RPG. Okay. Then blow you up with necklace filled with explosive. Did you leave anything out, motherfucker? How dead do you want me to be? It's like they believe in reincarnation and they ain't taking no chances. They're not taking no chance. Like, we must make sure he's dead. Remember the last guy? We shot him. He got up and walked away. Like, what the hell did we do? We were supposed to kill him. We thought we did. And then what? We shot him and then we stabbed him. He got up and walked away. So now, foolproof plan. No one gets up and walks away. We cage you, we drown you, we shoot you with big bomb, we blow you up with neck bomb, and then we have a nice day. I don't know what accent that was. Personally, it sort of went trailing off towards the end. But I sent the point home. All right. As you know, this was recently a very, very disturbing crime that happened where in Charleston, a church was having a Bible study group, I believe, or a service of some kind, and a man, not a man, a boy, a douche walked in there and started blasting people like there was no tomorrow. Killed 9 people and wounded some too, and it's like, this is something that bothers me. It's atrocious that happened in this day and age. It is very, very atrocious. I will tell you this: if a black dude went inside of a white like a primarily white congregated area and started blasting people, I would give his ass up like the plague. I would not play no favorites. I don't care. I will call police, because you're not supposed to take life like that. You ain't supposed to take life at all, to be real. But this is the best example of biased news coverage I had ever seen in my life. Whenever there's a terrorist, a dude with a beard, or someone who's got the cousins, aunts, uncles, nephews, brother-in-laws of a terrorist, they get called a terrorist. Why are they trying to determine his motive like he had some good cause to go shoot up a church full of people while they were praying? He shot while they were praying. You know they weren't praying for that. Like, really? Their heads were down. They were in an act of worship. And this douche just unloads on them horrendously. He kills the pastor, kills some freaking churchgoers. And for what? For what? Why are you trying to determine his motive? What validates him doing that? What validates it? I'm pretty sure that you got some terrorists with good reason for blowing up the Twin Towers. Find me 5 Americans who want to hear it. I bet you can't. Hell, I bet you can't find me 3. Hell, I bet you can't find me 1. Goddammit. Those stupid freaking Taliban or Talibwackers that blew up the damn Twin Towers because they were freaking jealous of our way of living in America. In America. We live free in America. God blesses us. Why? Because we're an American. We don't know where the hell they're from or where they're at. And we don't care. But we know one thing, goddammit. God loves America. He loves it. But this guy was like he was a Confederate flag flyer. Every picture he was in had a Confederate flag in the background. Message. Like, you know, the thing is, he's like too hardcore for the KKK. They don't want him. They're like, nah, dude, we understand what you did and we thank you, but we don't roll how you roll. You need to start your own branch because we can't get down with you. No, we can't. You're bad for our taxes, so we can't do that. One of the theories, or one of the stories, is that his girlfriend left him for a black guy. Look, I don't know if it's true, and quite frankly, I don't care. But one thing I can say, just because one black dude takes your girl, don't mean you got carte blanche on every other black person out there. There's a good chance a lot of them black people didn't even know you had a white girl that got taken by a black guy. And if you told them that, then they would have prayed for you. You ain't got to shoot nobody. I mean, okay, an Arab person can't take a doo-doo without being called a terrorist. You know? If an Arab guy goes anywhere public, people get nervous. This guy walked into a church, a black church, and maybe he got a couple looks, but it's racist to do that in the house of the Lord. You're supposed to welcome everyone, which they did. You know? Flip the script. How come Americans are the last people to be called terrorists when America was founded on terrorism? You know? How come? This guy went in there to instill terror in a group of people. That's what he did. And when they arrested him, unlike Tavon, unlike Mike Brown, they just arrested him calm and cool. They kill black dudes for less. Sometimes for less than nothing. Sometimes for fabrication. They walked this guy out like he just got called to be on The Price is Right. He was like, go on down. He was cool. He was calm. He was collected. It's disgusting. Because, let's be real, black life ain't worth a lot nowadays. I know that. You know that. What makes you say that, Brandon? Well, black guys die like hotcakes, and black people can be killed in a public place And the bad thing is, if it was the shoe on the other foot, that black guy wouldn't have made it to no court. He wouldn't have made it to no trial. The police would have beat him until he was a puddle of a man. They would have beat him senseless. He would have arrived there with 3 out of 5 senses in operation. That's what I'm trying to tell you, And it happened in church. In church, shootings happen on the corner, on the street. In church is nowhere safe. Is the place of the Lord not safe? What is next? Baby showers? How? What runs through your mind to think, you know what? That may actually be a good idea if I shoot up a bunch of black people in church. I mean, hell, I can't even think of anything like witty or something to say to it. I just think it's just horrible and it's messed up. And I hope this dude gets a nice, quick isolation. No, I didn't say death penalty. I'll tell you why. You kill him, he's dead. He don't learn nothing. You make him live for the rest of his life, take away all of his freedoms, he then has to live with the fact that he has no freedom because of the action he made. And don't let him commit suicide. Don't let him none of that crap. Just keep him living. Throw him in solitary. Give him some food that he can't kill himself with. Don't give him no knives and forks. Let him eat it with his hand and let him go in. Because that type of person is not fit for society. People, unfortunately, your boy does not have any questions this week. So I am going to up, hop, skip, and jump from this podcast. I thank you guys for listening. It's been 30 minutes. It's been a crazy amount of fun. Any questions, get at your boy at IJBPC@outlook.com, or also get at me on Twitter. That is at ItsJusBrandon. Hashtag IJBPC. It's just Brandon Podcast. People, thank you very much. I respect you guys for listening, and I love you guys for paying attention.